So, yeah, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, you can direct. So, yeah, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, you can direct, you can control your environment, you can control your life. You can make your life what you want it to be. I'm so happy to be here today. My name is Asermi Onesio Zigagun, and I'm the author of the book Shining in Your Spotlight. This is the book review for Shining in Your Spotlight, and with me here is my friend and sister, Sonia Ibe. It's a pleasure.
Hi everyone.
Hello. So
I'm
good to
so
have you.
excited anyway to be here. I appreciate this book, trust me, it has really blessed me over and over. And I'm wondering why it took so long to be able to share it with the whole world because what is here, can actually frame us as a person, not just based on our goals and our whatever, for every individual, even our
Mhm.
children needs it. So I'm
Right.
just even looking forward to when we break it down to the child,
The
the
child
child
version, right?
setting,
It's
and the words they can.
almost out. Trust me, that book is a classic. That book is a classic. The children version is a classic. But for today, we're just going to be doing introduction for this book, the why of the book, and the message it carries. Okay, so we'll go through the introductions. But before I start, I wanted to first of all talk about what is shining in your spotlight. What does it mean to shine in your spotlight? For me, spotlight is your talents, your gifts, what you came here with on this earth. Everyone was born with a purpose, right? So if you have a purpose to fulfill, then there's something unique about you. But you cannot shine in it except you do certain things. I can date this back to 6 years ago when I first got the inspiration to write this book. I'd lived on earth for long, and when I started to discover who I am, my purpose on earth, I'm like, wow, I thought I knew a lot. I thought I was so smart, so intelligent. I even thought I knew God so much at that point. But this was like a different revelation of who I am because I was getting more closer to God. So that's when I realized there's so much more to do on the earth. And that's what it means to shine. So fulfilling your purpose, the reason why you're here, is actually shining that light to the world. Sonia, I'm sure you have something to say about this part, right?
Oh wow. When you're talking, I was just smiling. It boils down to, us having a lot in us, but
Yes.
we have rarely harnessed that which God has given us.
Yes.
A lot of times we think we've done so much in terms of the way the society will make us think, oh, you do how many certifications or how many degrees, and you think, oh, this is what I'm meant to be and meant to do. But deep down you know something is missing.
Yes.
There's this light that needs to be turned on. That I'm yet to really find out what is it about it that okay, some people it might be they are making a lot of money, it might be they're doing a career they love, but then that purpose is still in there. It's like it's something that you cover in the dark and you've not turned the light yet. So
Yes.
for that not to have seen the realm of light is hidden and it's struggling to come out. That's why we don't have the happiness most times.
The fulfillment.
The fulfillment,
Yes.
what gives us that peace of mind.
Yes.
Sometimes when you're sleeping and you're doing something you love, you actually sleep smiling. Because you wake up with a good energy. There's this thing inside of you that I am ready to give out to the world.
Yes.
You know, it's
Yes.
not monetary value.
Yes.
It's that thing that God has placed you here to do. And until you turn it on, you still be in the loop of looking and
Looking and
looking
searching and
and
to go.
searching
Meanwhile, everything you have lies inside you.
inside you.
Yes. So that's why we have this book. When we say your spotlight, it's because what you have to shine to the world is inside you. What will bring about your fulfillment is inside you. And you have to make that connection to be able to get in that journey to fulfillment of your purpose. So we'll just go straight into this introduction. I've already read this part that you are the master of your destiny. So what this means is that you are in control of everything as long as you've become an adult. It doesn't matter what happened to you when you were a child. No, it
No.
doesn't matter anymore. Now that you're an adult, you can make your life what you want it to be. All you need is the knowledge to be able to channel everything that is required to move on in life. So I'll just read this first part. I said, you're the master of your destiny, and the power to become anything is your superpower, just as it is for any child. If you ask your child today, he could say, I want to be a doctor. Tomorrow, yeah, maybe it's a teacher I want to be today, tomorrow, right? But I'm sure even in your own class of, will I say, circle of friends, or even your colleagues, your schoolmates back then, not everybody is living the life. Some people are behind, some people are in front, some people are they've missed out on opportunities, they are lost somehow, right? So everybody grows up with a dream to become something.
Okay.
But somewhere along the line, some people lose it. Somewhere along the line, some people are still finding themselves. It's just all over the place. And that's the reason why we're here today. That was not unique to you to have that dream. But even as you've grown up with that dream, for me, I always like to say life is like a recipe book, right? There are some directions that you must go. There are some things that you must do to be able to uncover who you are. And it starts from the place of God. So, Sonia, do you have anything to say about that part?
Oh wow! When you said we all have a dream when we grow up,
Yeah.
sometimes our parents are informed and based on our character or the way we experience, we do things. I remember growing up, my uncle would say, "Oh, I wanted to be a barrister." He started calling me a barrister because I can argue. You can never win any argument unless I don't have my facts right. No matter what your age is, I can argue.
Yeah.
My uncle would say, "Oh, yeah, we'll call you a barrister." My daddy would say, "Oh, because you're good, you're very brilliant, A's in the biology, okay, you're gonna be a doctor." These are how society will frame who you are. But me growing up, those their things, very even where I was putting my mind in what I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I was alluding towards what is going to be easy for me to do in life. I wasn't looking at how is the profession going to be. And that's what I look at these children now. And I'm like, I'm not going to frame the life of my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to speak the words to them and let God be the one to guide them to their path.
Yes.
Because I wanted the easy way. I didn't want anything that would stress me. So I'm like, even when they were telling me the doctor thing, I just wanted something I'll go through school fast, finish up, and just be an adult. When you want to grow fast.
Mm-hmm.
Make my own decisions.
And it's like that for most, even children these days. You hear some of them say, especially when they start getting to 10, 11, they just want to be an adult, not knowing that there's so much more waiting in that adulthood, right?
Honestly, and you know what? Like in the book where he talks about your destiny propelling us to be beyond the ordinary course,
Yeah.
that is why most times when we look back at what we've gone through in life, how the society, the norm, our family has framed us, because whether we like it or not, the environment we are has a huge role to play.
Yes.
Where we are, the decisions, our lifestyle, the way we look at things. And I argue with people when they say culture. I think it's not about culture, it's your environment.
It's your environment.
Whatever the environment calls
you've had in your environment.
Yeah, whatever the environment say is not good, you take it as something not good.
Yes.
Whatever the environment embraces, you embrace it as a good one. Yes. But literally, if you shift your environment to another environment, you realize that what you've called not good is good there.
Yes. It's basically shifting your mindset in essence.
Shifting your mindset. And also you adjust. You adjust to like, okay, this is good for you guys. So we're going to move in that direction.
Yeah.
And that is where, our lives most times are being shaped. Yeah. And we forget the light within us.
Yes.
Because we just adjust to what is in the environment that we experience life in. We forget and we leave the inward of who we really are.
That's the reason why I think it's important for us to, turn on that light, as you said, right? Which is the God factor for me. Yeah. I would say it's the God factor. The closer you get to God, the more you get to understand who you are. And that's when you begin to control the circumstances in your environment. Yeah. You'll be able to determine what is good and what is not good, regardless of what societal norms or whatever the environment has determined, right? So going back to this topic, this introduction part where there's something I wanted to draw attention to here, where I talked about the fact that everybody is born, that life, let me just read that part where it says life naturally sets a course, right? Based on the circumstances of your birth, which is the environment we're talking about here, right? Like for a little girl, maybe you're born into a royal family, you already have a life that is, all laid out for you.
Yeah.
But what happens where you're somebody who's from a peasant family, right? You're maybe from a rural area, and we see such people still come into limelight. What happened in that case, right? They could marry a prince, it could, their lives could completely transform. So in that regard, there are many things that we ought to understand about how such lives could be transformed from not, from that peasanthood into royalty. And yeah, that's why I talked about the fact that there are two types of people. If you want to live the course of the life that life has assigned to you, just like that, you can as well. But if you're somebody who is with born with a purpose, if you're a woman or a man of purpose, then you should understand that life will be lived out in pursuit of purpose. Yeah.
Okay, I think that was even what I was alluding to in terms of what we take in, because I love the fact that life's purpose is realized through the pursuit.
Yes.
Is what you make up your mind to follow through with.
Yeah.
Not what was written down for you or what the environment pushed you to do or to be. It also lines with what we decide by ourselves to run through the course of the life with. Because a lot of things, I tell people, a lot of things are going to sway you around, Do I want to be an analyst? Do I want to be this? Do I want to be this?
Yeah.
They're looking at, okay, where is the money at? Where is this one at? And a lot of us allude to those things.
Yeah.
But then when we find ourselves in it, the light is off. We still can't breathe. We still can't have that joy. And you're wondering, what is it in this that I'm doing wrong?
Yeah.
That career, which I think is the, top notch, which I think is going to give me all the money, but deep down with you, the light is still trying to beam in, wake you up to what you need to pursue your life with. But until you give it a go and say, you know what, today I'm going to just put on that light and pursue that life, which me really wants. So it zeroes down to our pursuit as a person. When are we ready to turn on the lights? When are we ready to radiate that which God has given us that only us know about?
And that's where I come to say something like, it's all about the choices that we make. Because until you make the choice to pursue that life that you've been called to, that void will always be there. So I characterize this as like a blank canvas. I say in the book, I said something like this: it's like a blank canvas that our lives are. And with every choice that you make, you're painting something. So is it going to be something beautiful at the end of the day that you paint? Or what is this painting going to look like in the next 5 years and the next 10 years? Every day is yet another day to rewrite a new story, to erase something that was not so good yesterday and to move on with something beautiful. So it's all about the choices that we make on a daily basis. And what excites me most about this is that it means that I'm not a spectator. Sonia, I'm definitely not a spectator in my own life.
No, you can't be.
I'm a participator every single day because I will make the choices, I will determine what I want to do and run with it.
Okay, because the book actually, I just decided to share the stuff on my page. So that was what I was doing. I gave a quick one.
That's fine.
Considering when you talked about us having the understanding and